There it goes. Okay. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to the July Wellness Webinar. I'm Laura Maloof Miller, Wellness Program Manager at HealthNet. Just a few housekeeping items we always remind you of at the beginning of the webinar. The first one is that participants, you are all muted upon entry to the webinar to avoid any background noise. At the end of the webinar, there'll be an anonymous survey, so your feedback is greatly appreciated. And if you have any questions throughout the webinar today, please feel free to chat directly to Kristen. Everyone who registered for this webinar will receive a link to the recording in just a few days. Our topic today, wellness tips while traveling. So this is where we'll explore practical and effective strategies to help you maintain your health, energy, balance, no matter where your vacations or adventures take you. This information is provided in this presentation is intended solely for the general information of the audience. It's not medical advice and shall not replace consultation with your physician or other qualified health provider. If you have any health-related questions or problems, please seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider. Now, we know traveling can be an exciting adventure, but it also presents unique challenges for your health and for your well-being. So today in this webinar, I'm going to be covering some essential aspects of travel wellness to ensure that you feel your best no matter where your journey takes you. I'm going to review some general travel well-being tips, give you some strategies to minimize the impact of jet lag, and stay refreshed when you're crossing time zones. I'll provide some simple and effective exercise tips that you can easily incorporate into your travel routine, helping you to stay active wherever you are. And we know that travel often comes with a rush of activities, so it's really essential to also prioritize downtime. So I'm going to be talking about how to carve out time for relaxation and ensure quality rest in hotels or wherever you're staying. And I'm going to help you understand the importance of travel immunizations and how to protect yourself from potential health risks when you're traveling to different regions, and give you some practical tips for managing your medications while you're on the move, including how to plan ahead and also to stay organized. And last but not least, how to navigate healthcare systems in foreign countries and what steps you can take to ensure you're prepared just in case of an event of an emergency. Whether you're a frequent flyer or you're embarking on a long-awaited trip or just planning a weekend getaway, this webinar will help equip you with the tools and the knowledge to stay healthy, safe, and comfortable wherever you go. I wanted to start with, a poll. All right. So, of course, these, you do not have to participate, but if you wanted to, please, you are welcome to. So I'm going to launch this poll. You should see it come up on your screen. Staying hydrated is only important in hot climates. So again, these are optional, but if you want to participate, please go ahead. And this won't take me very long. We got some real smarties on the call here today. And these are fun. They're not supposed to be hard. They're just supposed to be fun. So let me go ahead and end it. I'm going to share the results. Oops, I'm not sharing that screen. Here it goes. There you go. Well, you can see that. So you guys are right. That answer is false. So we want to make sure that we are staying hydrated. It's really essential in all climates to support your health and your energy levels. Right. Here's another one, another quick poll. You can rely on air conditioning to keep you hydrated during long flights or bus rides, or if you're traveling on a, on an airplane, a train, a boat, whatever you prefer. All right, so you can rely on air conditioning to keep you hydrated during long flights or bus rides. Couple more seconds on that. All right, let me share the results. You are correct as well. That is false. We know that air conditioning can actually dehydrate you. So it's important to drink water regularly, especially during long trips. Thanks for playing along with that. And I'll have several more coming up. We know that dehydration can cause fatigue, dizziness, and even a weakened immune system. So you want to carry a reusable water bottle with a filter for safe drinking water. And that is especially if you're going to be in places with unreliable tap water. We know that hydration supports our body's temperature regulation, digestion, and skin health. On flights, you want to make sure to sip water regularly and to avoid too much of the caffeine or alcohol, as even the cabin air can be dehydrating. Also, keep in mind that bloating can happen on long flights. This is due to the change in cabin pressure, the fact that you're inactive. You may be dehydrated on the flight as well. And then, of course, your food choices before you get on the airplane and, of course, during the flight. You want to make sure that you're going to be incorporating some physical activity into your travel routine, which helps to improve your experience and your mood. So you're going to be doing maybe some active sightseeing with walking tours, hiking and cycling, even simple exercises, just like stretching or yoga in your hotel room or your vacation rental, wherever you're staying. Now, a travel wellness kit. This is essential for staying healthy on the go. So it should include things like Band-Aids, antiseptic wipes, pain relievers, and any of your prescription medications. You may want to add a probiotic that's for gut health, even like an essential oil for relaxation or energy. Just tailor your kit to your destination's needs. For example, if you needed some insect repellent or sunscreen. It's also really important to maintain familiar routines while we're traveling. This helps to reduce stress and provide comfort. So whether it's maybe a morning workout or a skincare routine, or even just enjoying a cup of coffee, these habits help to anchor you. And you can also pack the travel sized versions of your favorite products, but also make sure to set aside time for these activities. So, sticking to the routines helps you adapt to your new environment, and it actually minimizes homesickness. I I always miss my dog. I can be on the beach in Hawaii and I'm trying to relax, but I miss my dog. So those kinds of routines help to minimize homesickness. Also, you want to balance your connectivity. This is important for your mental well-being. Of course, you want to stay in touch with loved ones, but you also want to set aside some time to absolutely disconnect from your devices and really just be mindful and enjoy your surroundings. So if you can limit your email or your social media checks, that helps to maintain this balance, leading to a more authentic interaction and a more of a memorable experience. Also, I'm a planner, so this really helps to reduce travel stress. Organize your documents, booking your accommodations, and the transportation. You want to do that ahead of time. And then, of course, you want to research your destination's culture, the weather, any health advisories, so that you can prepare properly. This helps you to be informed, helps you pack efficiently, and you can adapt quickly, allowing you to focus on really being able to enjoy your trip. Now, if you've got a long flight or multiple legs before your final destination, you're going to want to reduce the risk of blood clots during travel. So choose an aisle seat if you can, for being able to stretch your legs. You, of course, want to get up, walk around for, every few hours. If you are driving, make sure you have some regular stops so you can do some leg exercises, even while you're sitting in an airplane or on a boat or on a train. So you want to just make sure that you have some activity there. Now, some travelers may experience conditions like bug bites, sunburn, heat exhaustion, even infections like diarrhea or the flu, or parasitic diseases like malaria. So some infections show up immediately after travel. Others may take weeks or months. So to avoid this illness, you want to follow food and water safety guidelines. You want to wash your hands regularly, avoid the peak sun hours, wear sunscreen, use insect repellent, and stay up to date on your vaccinations. If unusual or severe symptoms occur, of course, you want to consult with the doctor. Now, washing your hands regularly, this is really crucial for staying healthy while we're traveling. We frequently are using our hands. We're touching surfaces and then we're touching our faces. So clean hands, of course, help to prevent the transmission of bacteria and viruses. Now, in some places like, Central or South America, I've also found this to be true. I was traveling in Istanbul, Turkey at one time, and the restrooms there are quite different than here. And so be careful because some of the bathrooms may lack toilet paper, a toilet seat, or soap. So you want to make sure that you wash your hands regularly. If soap and water are not available, then make sure you have some hand sanitizer as a backup. Here's our next poll. It's important to maintain a fitness routine to avoid jet lag, to prevent jet lag. Let me go ahead and do this one. Launched it. Okay. I can't seem to launch it. Okay, well, you guys know what this one is. Let me just go ahead and unshare. So that is going to be true. You want physical activities such as walking or stretching. This is going to help reduce any jet lag and boost your energy levels. All right. Well, I hope my next poll will work for you. All right. Here we go on managing jet lag. So jet lag is a circadian rhythm sleep-wake disorder. So this occurs when your 24-hour internal clock does not match the local day-nighttime cycle. So this clock and its rhythms, they're synchronized by the 24-hour light-dark cycle to promote normal function and good physical and mental health. So when someone travels across many time zones quickly, the circadian clock is not able to reset to the new light-dark cycle quickly enough. So that's going to cause jet lag. For example, if you're going from Los Angeles to New York and you arrive in New York at 11 p.m., your body still thinks it's LA time, 8 p.m. So it can actually make it really hard to fall asleep, during the time in New York. So it can cause you to stay up later. You can feel sleepy at odd hours, or you feel more tired than usual. Okay, so it obviously can make you hard to wake up in the morning. So some common symptoms of jet lag, of course, we talked about this: difficulty falling asleep, waking up early, or fragmented sleep. And then, of course, you feel drowsy in the daytime, and that may affect your brain, having trouble concentrating, memory, attention, slow thinking, and then decreased or reduced physical performance, especially if you're like an athlete who's traveling to a different part of the country or world. You can feel irritable, this general discomfort type of feeling. You could also have some gastrointestinal issues, such as your appetite is off. You may have nausea or constipation. So what can we do? So we want to set ourselves up for success. It's probably easier to fit in exercise when you have more of a structure, like if you're on a business trip rather than a vacation. But even just having kind of a rough idea of your plans can help you figure out when you'll have time to work out, or if your activities for the day can actually double as exercise. So if you're planning to lounge by the pool or relax at the beach, or if you're sitting in meetings all day long, maybe an early morning workout might be the best option. If you're at a conference and you'll be doing a lot of walking room to room, a building to building, that can actually count as part of your workout. And sometimes it feels good to start your day off with a walk along the beach or to wrap up your day with a quick workout. Of course, don't you want to forget to pack your workout clothes, good shoes, maybe even a swimsuit. Also, checking out local fitness options. Maybe your hotel has a pool or a gym, or there's a park nearby or a walking trail. If you're really short on time, you could pack some lightweight workout gear with you. That would be something like a resistance band or a jump rope or even a foldable yoga mat. That way you're not on the ground in the dirty carpet of a hotel or wherever you're staying. And if you got your phone with you, you could look up some body weight exercises that don't require any equipment. So think of things like wall sits, jumping jacks, or some push-ups using a wall or even a chair for support. Of course, walking. This is a great way to get moving. You can explore your surroundings. If you're on vacation, maybe it's hiking would be a fantastic way to enjoy your nature. But if you're traveling for work, maybe consider walking to your meetings instead of driving or using an Uber. And if you're pressed for time, you could even do a 15 or 20-minute high intensity workout that can pretty much be done anywhere. All right, let me see if this poll is going to work. It's okay to skip exercise during travel if you're busy sightseeing or in meetings. Let me see if we can skip exercise. This is really strange, Kristen. I'm not sure why it's not launching any of my polls.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Laura. If you want, folks can go ahead and chat the answer.
Oh, yeah, that's true too, if you'd like to chat. So I'm so sorry. The first one's worked. Okay, so it's okay to skip exercise during travel if you're busy with sightseeing or meetings. Is that going to be true or false? Give you a couple more seconds on that.
Responses are flowing in, Laura.
Okay. All right. Well, the answer to that one is going to be false. Regular physical activity, even light stretching or walking, is really important to maintain your energy and prevent that travel fatigue. One more. Walking tours are a great way to stay active while exploring a new destination. Yep, go ahead and use the chat. Is that going to be true or false? True or false on that? What do you guys think on that one?
I'm seeing all truths, Laura.
Okay, and I think I figured out what was the problem. Okay, that is true. So walking tours are an enjoyable way to get exercise while you're learning about a new place. All right. All right, I think I can actually launch this one. All right, here we go. Rest and relaxation. during travel are important for maintaining your energy, mental clarity, and overall health. Couple more seconds on this one. Right, and you guys are right. Those who said true. I'm going to stop sharing. I think that was my problem. Oh, right. So that is true. Adequate rest and relaxation can help reduce stress, improve your mood, and ensure that you have the energy to enjoy your trip to the fullest. It's important also to maintain our good mental well being while we're traveling. There's no stress at the airport, right? Of course, there is. So at the airport, try to see if you can find a quiet space, maybe to stretch a little bit or just to relax before your flight to reduce some stress. And why not? When you're on a vacation, pamper yourself. Maybe that's a spa treatment or a massage, a sauna or a whirlpool to help you unwind and relieve stress. Practicing meditation. You could take time wherever you're staying, your hotel room or your vacation home, wherever you're staying, practice mindfulness with meditation. This can help to clear your mind and also reduce stress. Just being grateful. So, embracing the present moment by appreciating your surroundings, whether it's a beautiful sunset or just simply being in a new place. And then, of course, you want to plan ahead for your health. So you want to research your hotel's amenities. Maybe it does have a gym and it has a pool. Also, look for nearby healthy dining options. Just by a little bit of planning ahead and incorporating self care, you can maintain a healthy mindset and habits while you're away from home. All right, true or false? Traveling can affect your sleep. Go over here, do this one. Rest relaxation. Right. Launching the poll here. Traveling can affect your sleep patterns, so it's good to maintain a consistent bedtime routine. Just a couple more seconds on this one. All right, you guys got it right as well. Lots of smarties on the call today. Yes, absolutely. Keeping a bedtime routine can help you adjust to a new time zone and help you maintain your healthy sleep habits. All right. The struggle to find a restful slumber when traveling is real. So, quality sleep is vital for your well being, especially when you're traveling. It supports, of course, our physical health, it enhances our cognitive function and helps emotional balance. For business travel, a good night of sleep can make the difference between a successful meeting or poor sleep can result in a subpar performance. If you're vacationing, getting enough rest can improve your enjoyment of your trip and your energy for all the planned activities. There's something called the first night effect. Now, this is a phenomenon that explains why many people struggle to sleep well on their first night in a new environment. Research shows that one hemisphere of the brain remains more active. It's sort of acting like a night watch to protect you against potential threats. So, unfortunately, this heightened alertness is an evolutionary adaptation. It helped our ancestors stay vigilant and safe from predators or dangers when they were sleeping in unfamiliar places. Think about the other distractions that can affect your sleep in a negative way, such as noise. Do not get me started on kids who run up and down the hall yelling late at night. It could be the air conditioner, its hum, or what's constantly coming on or turning off. It could be the rumble of traffic or sirens. Light can also be an issue. The curtains may not block out all the light, or it could be the light from the clock or light coming in from under the door. Light tells your brain to wake up. It could also be the temperature in the room, too hot, too cold, or the mattress and the pillows too. There are some psychological factors too. For me, I am often too excited to sleep. I'm on vacation, I'm super excited. That or I'm overtired. So some people experience anxiety from unfamiliar surroundings. Oh gosh, I'm not in my own bed, I'm not in my own home. Business travelers, they may be rehearsing like a presentation or worrying about the meeting. Even while you're on vacation, you might be thinking about home or your work responsibilities. Geez, with all of this to manage, I guess we should just stay at home, right? No. Here are some strategies. This is what you want to do. You want to create a familiar sleep environment. So bring some items from home that are associated with sleep, like your favorite pillow, a comfortable pair of pajamas, a familiar scent, or even your favorite blanket. Maintaining your sleep routine is key. So you got to try to stick to your regular bedtime and wake time as much as possible. Also, do your pre-bed routine. If you normally read or you do some relaxation, just like you would do at home, use your smartphone to play white noise or even some earplugs. Adjust the temperature in the room. Maybe you need to wear a sleep mask to block out any light. And do like dimming the lights. That gives your body time for like a wind down, to be able to wind down. Practice relaxation techniques such as deep breathing or meditation. If you're staying in a hotel, choose it wisely. Look for sleep-friendly amenities such as blackout curtains and premium mattresses. Also, make sure you choose a room that is on the end. That way you're not near the elevator or the ice machine. Here comes another poll. You should avoid eating fruits and vegetables while traveling to unfamiliar destinations. Right. This one. All right, I launched that poll. You should avoid eating fruits and vegetables when traveling to unfamiliar destinations. All righty. And you've got that correct. That is false. So fruits and vegetables, those of course are good for us. You just want to make sure if you're in a destination and you're not sure, you want to make sure that those fruits and vegetables are washed or peeled to avoid any type of contamination. The food, that's pretty much for me the best part of the vacation. We just need to be mindful of the portion sizes. Try to avoid the overindulging, especially with fast food or unfamiliar foods. But, it can be really easy to overconsume these types of foods without realizing it. So, packing some healthy snacks, you want to bring along nutritious snacks, things like nuts or some fruit, help you avoid those unhealthy options during travel. Let's say you're on the airplane, it's about to take off and then there's a delay. And so the airplane cannot take off. You're stuck on the tarmac for extended periods of time. You want to make sure you have something with you. Or if you're in the car and you're traveling and there's extended periods of traffic on the road, always good to have something, with you. I remember hearing a story in the news a while ago about a train that got stuck in the snow between two towns, and the passengers couldn't get off the train for several days. So always have a little something with you. Of course, when we're dining out, we want to make healthier options. So you go for something that's grilled or broiled. You want to go with something like a lean meat, a chicken, a fish. Have some vegetables, maybe a salad. Pair it with a whole grain for a wholesome dish, and include the healthy fats. That would be things like avocados, nuts, and olive oil, which is a heart-healthy oil. It's super fun to explore the local cuisine. That's the highlight of the trip. But of course, you want to maintain a balanced diet. That's going to be great for sustained energy. So you try to plan your meals and your activities. You can search restaurants that offer nutritious options. Don't hesitate to try the local dishes that are both healthy and delicious. Even maybe think about visiting a local market where you can purchase fresh produce. I was in Hawaii a couple of months ago. We bought a fresh pineapple, and our hotel had a barbecue. I grilled that pineapple. It was delicious. But we're on vacation, so you just want to plan for those indulgences. You want to enjoy the local cuisine. Think of it sort of as, a way to treat yourself, but plan for it to be more like a cheat meal rather than a series of unhealthy choices. All right. You can always drink the tap water while you are traveling internationally. Close this one off. Okay. All right, I have launched the poll. You can always drink tap water while traveling internationally. True or false? All right. And you are correct. That is going to be false. In many countries, the tap water may not be safe to drink. So you always want to check your local guidelines and drink bottled water or purified water if necessary. All right. It's safe to drink any type of beverage that's served in a restaurant or a cafe while you are traveling. Let me launch this one. I have launched the poll. True or false? Safe to drink any type of beverage served in a restaurant or a cafe while you are traveling. True or false? All right. You are correct as well. That is going to be false. You always want to be cautious about drinking beverages, especially those with ice or water in countries where the tap water may not be safe. So, those who said it's true, it's like if it was a can of Coke, yes, that would be safe. But if it's poured into a glass with ice, then you want to be careful with that in areas that may have unsafe drinking water. All right. Why would it be important to get your travel immunizations? Well, international travel increases your chances of getting and spreading diseases that are either rare or not found in the US. So you may want to consult the CDC, Centers for Disease Control website, and search for your destination's travel health information. That way you can be aware of any health risks or medications or vaccines that you may need to have before you travel. If you're planning to cruise down the Amazon in Brazil, you may need to bring protection against diseases like malaria or typhoid and yellow fever. Additionally, be cautious about water contamination. This includes both drinking water and the risk of when you're swimming or wading in freshwater streams or rivers. And also be careful about preventing the bug bites. This is crucial in this area. Malaria is a risk in certain regions of Brazil. So if you're heading to a malaria-prone area, make sure you get your prescription filled before you depart, and you want to bring enough medication for the entire trip. And also follow your doctor's instructions carefully. Some of these medications need to be started before you leave. Also, check with your doctor to determine whether you can get travel where you can get travel vaccines. Now, some medical facilities have travel clinics that will provide these vaccines. Don't forget to bring a copy of your official immunization records. Since some vaccines require multiple doses, it's best to see your healthcare provider well in advance of your trip. Of course, practice travel safe hygiene, such as use of hand sanitizer, water purification, antiseptic wipes. You, of course, want to wash your hands and also wear a mask when needed. All right, protecting yourself from insect-borne diseases by wearing light clothing. Let's see, this. Go ahead. Yep, I've launched that one. You can protect yourself from insect-borne diseases by wearing light-colored clothing and using repellent. That would be insect repellent. All right, go ahead and share these results. You are correct as well. That is going to be true. So wearing light-colored clothing and using effective insect repellent helps reduce the risk of bites and insect-borne diseases. It is unnecessary to carry your prescription medications with you while traveling if you're going to a developed country. Right. I launched this poll, true or false. Unnecessary to carry your prescription medications with you while you're traveling if you're going to a developed country. Right, that is false. You are correct. It's important to carry any necessary prescription medications with you, as availability and regulations do vary by country, even in developed areas. So before you travel internationally, you want to check to see that your medication is permitted. There are countries that allow a 30-day supply of certain medications, but also require that you carry a prescription from your doctor. So if your medication is not allowed, talk to your doctor ahead of time. My in-laws just came back from a 55-day cruise to Australia and New Zealand. So if you're going to be gone for more than 30 days, talk to your doctor about how you can get enough for the length of the trip. Also work with your doctor too if you're traveling to different time zones. So when are you supposed to take your medication? So medications are usually taken based on when you had it last, not on the local time. Some medications may need to be kept in a dark place or refrigerated. So find out how best to store your medication. I personally take a medication that does need to be refrigerated. So I carry it in a water bottle that's filled with ice. You may also need to carry it in a medication bag with ice packs. Also, pay attention to the weather where you're going, especially if you're going to go to an area with excess heat. And it's also recommended to keep your medication on you, on your person, not in your luggage or any checked bags. What if those don't make it to your destination when you do? So this is for both over the counter and prescription medications. Bring more than you need. What if there's travel delays? Bring medications in their original packaging with the labels and the dosing instructions. So your health kit, this should also contain like a first aid kit, insect repellent, sunscreen, aloe, alcohol-based hand sanitizer, water disinfection tablets. It really depends on where you're going. And of course, your health insurance card. It's a good idea to research the nearest healthcare facilities or pharmacies. Launch this one. Yeah. Okay, I have launched that. It's a good idea to research the nearest healthcare facilities or pharmacies at your destination before you travel. That is true. Yes. So knowing where the medical help is available, that can be crucial in the case of an illness or an injury, of course, during your trip. If you happen to be like on an organized tour, make sure to ask or learn what to do in case you need medical care while you are on the travel, on the tour. Okay. Stop this. Carrying your medical card, true or false on this one as well. Watch this one. Carrying your medical card. Okay, I've launched that. Carrying a medical card with you with important health information like your allergies, medicines, blood type. This is unnecessary while you are traveling. True or false? All right. So that is actually false. You do need to carry your medical card with you with essential health information, especially the case of emergencies where quick access to this information can save you time and improve your care. What if you are injured or you cannot speak or you cannot communicate in the local language? And if you're traveling with other people, having this information can be super valuable. When traveling, it's important to be prepared for potential health issues or emergencies. So here are some key recommendations. Getting travelers insurance. So check with your health insurance company to make sure there's coverage for international medical care. Also consider additional coverage for healthcare and emergency evacuation, especially if you're going to remote areas. And you may want to enroll in STEP. That is the U.S. Department of State's Smart Traveler Enrollment Program. This will give you updates on travel advisories and ensure that State Department knows your location in the case of emergencies. And of course, carry your card with you with a blood type, any chronic conditions you may have, medications and allergies, preferably in the local language. You also may want to consider wearing a medic alert bracelet if necessary. Now, if you have or require serious medical attention, of course, seek help immediately. Contact your travel insurance for evacuation assistance if needed. In the case of a natural disaster or an emergency, stay in touch with family, monitor official updates, and contact the U.S. Embassy. Before you're traveling, research the local healthcare providers and facilities. Emergency insurance plans often offer a 24-hour hotline for medical assistance. Also, be prepared to pay upfront for medical services and submit bills for reimbursement. It's always a good idea to check with your health insurance provider for additional information and coverage. And those who have special needs, maybe those folks who are on dialysis or pregnant travelers, you should prearrange services, especially if you're going to a remote location, because medical care can vary by location. Don't forget to pack your sunglasses and a hat. Protect your eyes, of course, in any season. So you want to look for ones that are UVA and UVB, 100% protection. Don't be fooled by dark lenses. They have to say 100% UV protection. Sometimes glare, but check the label. You want to make sure they also have UV protection. And you should have sunglasses with the largest lens possible so they are oversized or can wrap around. And then when choosing a hat, you want to make sure it's a nice wide brim, 3 to 5 inches. You also want to make sure it's lightweight, moisture wicking, and also that it's packable, that it can be folded and rolled without losing its shape. That way it's great for traveling. Here are some quick travel hacks. We are over time, so if you need to exit the webinar, feel free to do that. For those who can stay on, I'll continue to finish. But again, you'll all receive a recording of this webinar in just a few days. What happens if your luggage gets lost or it doesn't get to the cruise ship before it leaves? You want to make sure you've got a lightweight clothes in your carry-on. Also, instead of folding your clothes, roll them. That saves space and reduces wrinkles. And carry or store and carry your smaller items like toiletries in a Ziploc bag. That way you can save in case they spill out. Wear your heaviest shoes or jacket on the airplane or with travel. That way it doesn't have to go in your luggage, save some room. Some airports have attractions or even apps that let you reserve a spot in line or even skip the line entirely. A neck pillow is super great. You want to carry that and even a small compact blanket. Download your entertainment ahead of time. That way you don't have to rely on the in-flight Wi-Fi. And we use smart luggage tags. They have built-in trackers so you can track your bag's location. And even a scarf. This can actually double as a pillow, a blanket, or even as a towel, making it really versatile to bring with you. And in summary, here are some quick little tips while traveling. Do some research on the local healthcare options, pack wisely, and be familiar with the cultural norms of where you're going to help reduce stress and really enjoy yourself. Drink plenty of water. Incorporate some physical activity into your travel and routine. We talked about light stretching, helps combat jet lag. Eating wisely, avoiding the temptations, just adapting to the new future foods and cultures, but avoid digestive issues that can disrupt your trip. So enjoy everything in moderation and in balance. Also get good sleep, but also remember to relax so you can recharge your body and your mind. And take along that travel wellness kit with essential items. Also knowing your health conditions and carrying your prescriptions. By prioritizing your well-being during travel, you're going to have a great time, enjoy yourself, and have a fulfilling experience. That way you can enjoy the journey and the destination as well. These last slides are on programs for our HealthNet members. We have lots of wellness information when you log into your wellness account. And then our health risk assessment. This is called the Real Age Test. If you're looking to see what your health status is, this is a great thing to take. And health coaches. It's a great way to get support when you're trying to make some lifestyle improvements. And Craving to Quit. This is our tobacco cessation program. designed for those who are looking to permanently quit tobacco. And if you're looking to make some improvements in your eating habits, Eat Right Now is for you. This is a mindful eating program. We know life is stressful, so Unwinding offers tools and videos on modules to help manage stress. We offer discounts to our members, weight management, acupuncture, and chiropractic discounts to hearing aids and screenings, as well as our Active and Fit. That is our fitness club discount. Online challenges. We always have things coming up every month. This one every month is stress, steps, and sleep. And in August, for HealthNet members exclusively, we have Relax Your Mind. Well, we hope you enjoyed this presentation. Next month, we're switching gears. We're going to be talking about financial well-being. So you'll gain valuable insight as to why fiscal wellness is not just about money, but about a part of your healthy journey. Thank you again for your time today. Everyone who registered will receive a link to the recording in just a few days. You may exit the webinar at this time.